guys, it's your girl Janice back with another Island recap. So this week we are seeing the chemi test, the chemistry test. The chemi test will be 100% based on global votes, and the person that places 11th will be eliminated next week. And we see that the producers also get to choose their number one pick from these performances. So basically, the person that the producers choose end up receiving double the amount of votes that they receive from the global vote, which means basically that this guy will be exempt from elimination. There's no way he would place 11. From last week, we saw that he's ranked number 1, so he had the benefit of choosing his group as well as his song that he wanted to perform. The songs were between a song called Flicker and Dive Into You. Heesung obviously chooses the best of the best, and all of his members in his team have the badge. And once Heesung chooses his group, the remaining members automatically go into Dive Into You, and understandably, they are very hurt and sad that Heesung didn't choose them. Specifically, Jae gets very bitter and angry once again. We've seen this side of him in a previous episode, but this week was a little bit different because it was really cute how Jae was just harboring that bitterness and using that to prove to Heesung that their team will be better. I always thought Jae kind of had like a very strong personality. He has a hard exterior, but I think he's a big softie and he's like really cute and he just wants to be loved by his hyungs, his older brothers. I love that Jae was really taking the role of the leader and dividing the parts to each of the members according to like what they match. So I feel like the Dive Into team benefit a lot with him in it. So anyways, the Flicker team is obviously at an advantage because this team is very, very strong. They have all of the top members in Island. However, it's not all butterflies and rainbows with all of these members. We see some brewing between K and Heesung. So even though Heesung was number 1 and he chose the team, K is the oldest in the group. So we see that not only Heesung but also the rest of the members have a very hard time approaching K and sharing their opinions and thoughts because K has a very, very strong personality. Thinking about it now, K has always been the member who has stepped up and kind of vocalized his opinion quite often. And Heesung mentioned that previously in a mission, K had said, you know, your level is just not on par with mine, so you need to like kind of relax, like back off. Not a good situation because, you know, a team has to be able to share with each other and give each other advice and, you know, kind of improve together. But as they're practicing, we see that K is just kind of like not really open to changing his ways. Anytime the team members suggest a new move or suggest something that they think would work better, K just instantly, like his face expression just changes in a negative way. I'm a little worried that K might come off as kind of like a jerk now. K hasn't really gone on the bad side yet. But yeah, he will definitely have to work on his facial expressions, especially when they're working as a team together. On the other side, the Dive Into You team, like I mentioned, uses their anger and disappointment to really work hard. At one scene when the Flicker team was sleeping and Dive Into You woke up early to practice, reminded me of the classic tale of the hare and the turtle. The Flicker team continues to practice their dance moves, and Heesung's worried that, you know, they're not practicing their vocals enough. But Kay's like, no, we gotta nail down the dance first, and then we'll think about how we're gonna sing the song. As soon as they finish saying that, a new vocal coach comes to the room to review their vocals, which they have not prepared for at all. Obviously, it does not go well because they are underprepared, and the coach is just pissed, and she's like, what the hell have you guys been doing? It's not just about the performance, you have to understand the song, you have to understand the melody, the beat, the rhythm. And then she asks, okay, then like who's gonna be responsible for this basically? And Kay throws Heesung under the bus and says, oh, Heesung can take care of it. He'll lead us through the vocals. So he's just like, what the hell? And Heesung kind of gets the crap. He gets the blame for not being prepared for the song. So Heesung's like, dude, what the hell? I'm the one who freaking said, let's practice the vocals. So after that incident, Heesung is kind of fed up with it. He's not angry though because he is an angel all the time, but he talks to the other members and they all decide to gather to confront Kay. So they gather and they say, hey, okay, to be honest with you, you're the oldest. We feel so much pressure to just follow you. It's your way or the highway. And we feel like we can't really be ourselves in sharing our opinions. Kay, he's just like, okay. And he cries and leaves the room. The members are kind of like, what the hell? Oh shoot, he's crying. What do we do? They kind of talk amongst themselves and they're like, you know, it's not easy because we don't want to say this. We don't want to ruin the team vibe. But at the same time, it's super important that we talk about this. The rest of the Flickr team go to where Kay is crying and it's a very heartwarming scene because Kay is just, you know, like apologizing for being a little hard-headed and, you know, he just says like, I didn't mean to. I feel so pressured. I just want the best for our team. I think this has been a really good learning experience for Kay and the rest of the team. On to the performances. Flickr team obviously does very well. They have a very professional look. I will say I didn't love the wine color, the burgundy suits. It seemed a little old-fashioned, but you know, they were able to deliver the performance successfully. We all kind of saw that Jake was kind of like their weakest link. In the performance, however, he received a lot of praise because everyone was worried that he wouldn't be able to perform as well as the other members, but he just was perfect. He was able to seamlessly fit into the whole performance. Overall, I feel like all of the members in Flickr, they've come so far where now like their facial expressions look so natural. The dive into performance was very surprisingly like, I mean, they're all Islanders, so they're all great performers, but I was a little worried for the Dive Into You team just because, you know, the other team had so many aces, but the Dive Into You team also did really well. The lyrics though are a little questionable. It says, come swimming in you, come swimming in me, come touch me like this, come touch me like that. But overall, I liked the concept of Dive Into You better than Flickr, just because it had like a hip hop cool style that I like. We'll see how the global votes go. I know so far Sunwoo is #1 again. Okay, I have no hate towards Sunwoo, but I just need to know. I'm like quite surprised that Sunwoo is constantly #1 in the votes because the producers obviously have their favorites. They're Heesung, Yang Jungwon, Park Sung-hoon, Kay, and the world I feel like has a different opinion. I feel like Sunwoo and Hanbin are two members that the world really loves, and I'm trying to really cover every member, but there are many of them and I'm trying not to show favoritism, so I will try to discuss all the members as possible. But like Hanbin, they barely covered him in this week's episode, so don't hate me for it. From the producers, after seeing both teams' performances, they choose Jake to receive the double amount of votes. I feel like Jake is that one member who has been climbing up and just improving every week. Heesung and Yang Jungwon, Park Sung-hoon, those guys have always been good, and I feel like Jake did deserve it. And I also think Jake could have been the #1 pick because he worked really hard and their performance looks great. But you know, Jake deserved it too, so I was very happy that he received the producer's pick. I know Jay was really struggling through votes last week, so I'm gonna continue to vote for Jay. I think he deserves to be in the final group. I'm gonna say like Taki is kind of in a shaky place. Like last week he was 11th. Actually, last week he was 12th place, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him place kind of low next week. The global votes are going to be very important, so we'll see what happens next week. Also, in the preview, they show 17, the performance unit, which includes Dino, Hoshi, June, the 8. They come to visit the Islanders and I think they give them advice. See, this is what I don't understand. Like, Islanders got to meet 17 in person. Why didn't they meet BTS in person? We will never know. I'm still really excited to see 17. It looked like in the preview that the boys had fun, a lot of fun together. So it's gonna be a good episode. Curious to see who you guys think will be eliminated next week. Please leave your comments below. And I will see you guys next week for a new episode of Island. Although I heard rumors that someone on the production staff got coronavirus. So hopefully everything is okay and this does not affect the schedule of the show. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Hopefully. Bye!